Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. I'm so excited that you guys are here today. And today we're going to be talking about how to find profitable products to sell in 2025 on Amazon. So excited that you guys are here. Now, real quick, just want to do a quick mic check. So if you guys can hear me and see me just fine, just head over to the chat and just say yes. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear and see me just fine. So please head to the chat and just say yes. Now, just so you guys are aware, there is a 30 to 60 second delay in the chat. So as I ask questions, it might take a little bit of time for me to be able to start seeing those responses. But glad you guys are here. Excited that you guys took time out of your day to be here. And we're going to learn some great and exciting things. So I do see yes on here. Okay, so you guys can hear me just fine. So we're going to go ahead and get started and dive on in. So today we're going to talk about how to find proper products to sell in 2025 on Amazon. Now, with it today, want to make sure that you guys are aware that I'm also going to reveal to you 5 secrets as well that's going to make you successful. We're talking more about that as well. And what's great about this is you don't need experience, you don't need any technical skills. Anybody can do it. In fact, it's so easy, I feel like even my grandma can do it. That's how easy it is. And I'm excited to share with you guys these things. Now, this is live. So because it's live, I want you guys to utilize the chat. I'll be asking you questions, interacting with you guys. Now, just so you guys know, I do have multiple screens over here. So if you see me looking over here and looking over here, it's because I got multiple screens. One has the chat, one has the slides. And so if you see me looking around, that's the reason why. But glad that you guys are here. So we're talking about how to find profitable products to sell in 2025, even if you're just starting out. Now, today's training is provided by AMZScout, as well as Ace Goldwyn. So before we get started, one thing I just want to make sure you guys are aware of, my attorneys like me to say this, and that is I'm not going to give you any legal advice, financial advice, investment advice. Results vary. We do not guarantee income results. It really varies based on individual effort. So Li's examples are for illustration purposes. So just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. You know, I'm not giving you any financial or legal advice. So real quick, tell me where you guys are joining from. Have you guys ever noticed this? If you kind of draw out the map of the world, it looks like a cat playing with Australia. I find this picture funny, but tell me, where are you guys joining us from in the chat? And I'd love to hear where you guys are from. I'm sure we've got people joining from all over the world and would love to hear where you guys are from. So go ahead in the chat. You guys will see there is a live chat. And this is one way that you guys can see that, yes, this is live, because you will see me answer your questions. Well, I'll be answering your questions at the end, but you're going to see me reading off some of your live chats. So that way you guys know that, yes, this is real. This is live. I am a real person. Hi. So, all right, we've got Brent on here, mentions from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. Welcome. We got Quakertown, Pennsylvania, Kenya, Toronto, Michigan, Atlanta, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Miami. Love Miami this time of year. I got to say, for most of us, it is cold outside. For you in Miami, great weather there. Morocco. So welcome, guys. Glad that you guys are joining us. So for those of you that's joining us, tell us we're from Netherlands. Wow, that is amazing, D. Glad that you're joining us from there. Toronto, Atlanta, Georgia, Pennsylvania. We got people joining us from all over. Cypress, Texas. Nice, Larry. Glad that you're joining us from the great big state of Texas. Love Texas. So, wow, we've got people joining us from all over the world, from Kenya to Canada, a few different states across the U.S. So we've got people joining us from all over. So welcome, guys. Glad that you guys are here. And as you guys can see, it is live because I'm reading your guys' chats where you guys said you guys are tuning in from. So my promise to you guys, by the end of today, you're going to learn how to find profitable products that you can sell in 2025. And even if you're just starting out, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. That way you can do this as well. Now, what's great about this is I'm going to also reveal to you 5 secrets that are going to make you successful in 2025. And you don't need any experience and no technical skills needed. Teresa says, hi. Hi, Teresa. Looks like we've got a few more coming in here. Pittsburgh. So welcome. Glad that you guys are here. Now, 5 secrets that you are going to learn today is secret number 1, how to find products in 2025, in less than 30 minutes. There's a lot of people that think it takes, weeks and weeks or months to find products. Well, I'm going to show you how you can find them in just less than 30 minutes. Now, secret number 2, sourcing. How to find those secret local suppliers with products that we launch in just one day. I like local suppliers because you can get the product so much faster. And it's nice when you can deal with someone locally face to face. Secret number 3, no competition. The secret to selling products with no competition in 2025. And then secret number 4, how to leverage AI, how to supercharge your 2025 sales through AI. And then secret number 5, free funding, the secret to getting thousands of dollars worth of products without having to use your own money. So if you stay to the end, I got a free gift for you guys. I'm going to share that at the very end. But one of the things I'm going to do too, I'm going to personally answer your questions. So at the end, we're going to have a Q&A. So if you have questions as we talk about these things, write those down. And that way, when we get to the end and I'm ready to do the Q&A, that's when you want to type in your questions and I'll be answering it at the end. So glad that you guys are here joining us today. So I'm Ace Goldwyn. Glad that you guys are here. A lot of my friends and family members, they've given me the nickname of Ace. And so I've just kind of stuck with the word Ace, but my first name is Brett, but Ace is the name that I've been called for years. And so I've just kind of stuck with the name Ace, but glad to be here today and glad to be teaching you guys today. So I started selling on Amazon over 16 years. I'm considered to be one of the most experienced gurus out there. Now, when I started because I had no job. I had no money. And I was able to grow a very successful business. And I'm going to show you guys how to do the same thing, how you can start from literally nothing and how to grow the business just like I did. I'm going to show you step by step how I did it. That way you guys can do it too. And I've run a 7-figure e-commerce business. In fact, in March, I did over $350,000 profit and excited to be able to share with you guys how I did these things. So with my experience, I've got 8 years experience of mentoring other online sellers. So chances are any issues you run into, any challenges you face, either I've dealt with myself or I've helped someone else overcome it. So you're in pretty good hands this evening. Now, I've mentored over 2,000 sellers and I've created multiple 6-figure Amazon sellers in under 90 days. And I've even created 7-figure sellers in under 6 months. So excited to be able to share these things with you guys as well. Some of you guys might have seen me before at Amazon events. I love speaking at Amazon events and sharing with people different strategies of how they can grow their business. Now, I'm nothing special. Anybody can do this. Now, when I got started, my backstory is that I had lost my job in 2007 when the whole market crashed. No one would hire me. In fact, I was in the process of getting my water shut off. And that's when I realized, oh my goodness, I'm about to get evicted. My water's getting shut off. I have no money. No one's going to hire me. In fact, I even applied for a janitor job and they wouldn't even hire me. I mean, that's how bad it was that apparently I wasn't qualified enough to even just scrub toilets. So I realized I needed to find a way to make money. So where there's a will, there's a way. So what I did is I just started selling some of my items on eBay. And I remember my first sell, I sold it for $70 and it felt like thousands of dollars when I made my first sell, even though it was just $70. And so it's so magical to me. I realized, wait, if I could do this with one product, what if I kept adding more and more products and growing it? And I expanded it from eBay onto Amazon and continued to grow it. But I was happy. My wife was happy, right? They say happy wife, happy life. It changed my life. And now I love helping change other people's lives as well. So I basically went from no money to success. And I'm going to explain my strategy so that way you can duplicate what I did and you can do this as well. Now, this is going to give you a new way of living because of what selling online has done. Now, I'm just going to give you a few examples of how it's changed my life, but I want you to picture this being you, because if I can do it, you can do it. So I'm not here to really talk about myself. I just want to show you what is possible. So I want you to envision this being you, because again, this isn't about me. This is about you. So one of the ways it's changed my life is I feel like it's given me more freedom because it's allowed me to work the hours I want to work. So with Amazon, you get to choose the hours you work. You get to choose where you work. You can work anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection. In fact, that picture right there is me working in the Florida Keys. And with the Florida Keys, what's really great about that is that, there was a little bit of stormy day. So I decided to go inside, work on my Amazon business. And when the storm went away, I went outside and enjoyed the beach. I have Starlink that I can connect to my RV, that I could go travel and still continue to work on my Amazon business. But it gives me that freedom, and it can give you that freedom as well. What's great too is no alarm clock, no commute, no boss. You are your own boss. In fact, one of the things I love doing is whenever I'd help someone be able to quit their job, we would do this kind of this little thing where we'd take their alarm clock, get a hammer, we'd smash it. And that way it was a symbolic of, hey, you are no longer a slave to the alarm clock because you are your own boss. You get to choose your own hours. Now, I don't do that anymore because I don't want you taking your phone and smashing it, because most people use their phones now for their alarm clock. So please don't break your phone. But the second thing it helped me do is it helped me begin to live debt-free. I was able to pay off my house. That picture right there means a lot to me. That's my Wells Fargo account when I was able to pay off my mortgage. I was able to buy a trailer and a truck and start traveling the world. It has allowed me to live a completely new lifestyle. The third thing is it allows you to do what you want to do and do the things that you love. I was able to take my family and travel to 45 states in just 2 years, because it gives you that freedom to spend more time with your family. And so here's some pictures of some things we do. In fact, that's that picture right up there with the dolphin. I was holding my daughter and she got so excited that here we are swimming and she got to see a dolphin swim right by her. So much fun. And you can create some amazing memories with your kids. The fourth thing is it allows you to live more luxurious. This is me on the largest houseboat in Lake Powell. In fact, one of my most profitable days was actually while I was on this houseboat. But the fifth thing is, and this is what's so important to me, it allows you to give more. In fact, this is a donation I did for $30,000. And this meant a lot to me because normally before I started selling Amazon, I'd make $30,000 in a year. Now here I am starting an Amazon business where I can make $30,000 donations. It has changed my life. But what's most important is to give more to people. So here's my question I have for you. If I help you learn how to have success today, will you help others? Are you willing to commit to that? If I show you and help you have success, are you willing to help out others? Tell me in the chat, just say yes, because that's so important to me. Is I like to help out people, but I want to make sure that those people in turn help out other people as well. So here's a donation that I made last month. It was so awesome to be able to make this donation to a local food bank. I just love helping out people. It's just so much fun. So really the purpose of today's training is I want to help you accomplish your goals. So I want you to imagine if your life was like that. How cool it'd be if you guys could do those same things. And that's really what today is about, to help you guys get to those points, help you accomplish your goals and the things you want to. So I see on here in the chat, 100%. I see yes. I see yes, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Of course. So I see a lot of great things that you guys are saying. So thanks, guys, for sharing with me. I'm glad that you guys are willing to help out others. So let's talk more about how we can get you to that point. And I feel like this quote is what's going to help you understand how to get to that point. It is, success is like a journey. Many dream of destinations, but never arrive because they simply don't take that first footstep. The one who reaches the most destinations is a traveler who found the shortcuts. Guys, I've gone down that road. I've traveled that road. I know the shortcuts, and today I'm going to reveal to you those shortcuts that you can take. But you have to be willing to take that first footstep. So if you're willing to take that first footstep, say yes in the chat. If you're willing to take that first footstep, because I can show you everything. I can show you everything you need to know. But if you never take action, you're never going to reach that destination. So just as important as to dream of destinations, it's more important to take that first footstep and to start taking action and to find that person who has the shortcuts to get you guys there. I'm seeing on here, yes. All right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses, so awesome. Well, let me give you guys your first action I need you to do. The first action I need to do, the first footstep, is to remove all distractions. I know it's so easy to want to get on your phone, to do texting, social media, play games, but take your phone and put it aside. Why? Because this is going to change your life. Now, if you need your phone to take notes, by all means, keep your phone out. But I just encourage you to put away any sort of distractions. If you're on your computer, close down any extra windows because we don't want that slowing down your computer. So that way you can hear and see everything just fine. So I want to talk about, so why is it so important right now to find products? And here's the reason why you need to know this right now, why this is important. And that is because the 2025 year is finally here. Now, I know that, a lot of people have kind of been hesitant to spend money and things like that because you had the election, you had all these things going on. Now that's over, right? And now everyone's here to focus on 2025. And here's why January is such an exciting time to sell on Amazon. And we're just a couple of weeks away from January. And that is because December, everyone's buying toys on Amazon and they're buying gifts. But here's what happens. People get a bunch of gift cards for Christmas and all these different holidays going on right now. And what do? In January, they take that gift card and they go buy the things that they absolutely want that they didn't get. So also, at the beginning of the year, you got all these corporations that have new budgets. You have people making New Year's resolutions and they need products to help them achieve their New Year resolution. So beginning of 2025, you see an increase in spending and you can take advantage of that. And I feel like there's two types of people on Amazon. Those are out there, spending their money on Amazon, and those that are making their money on Amazon. So the question is, what one do you want to be this year? The one spending the money on Amazon or the person making money on Amazon? Go ahead and put in the chat, say spending if you want to be the one spending money on Amazon, or say put in making if you're the one that wants to be making the money this year on Amazon. So that's why it's important. We got to get you started right away, is because gift card season is here. People are going to start getting gift cards in January. They're going to start spending that money. These companies will start spending that money, and we want to make sure that you take advantage of those increase in sales. So we're going to talk about secret number one right now, and that is finding, how to find those great products for 2025 and to be able to do it in less than 30 minutes. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do it. In fact, I'm going to do this live. I'm going to share my screen to show you exactly how to do this. So I'm seeing some comments on here. Uma says making, Teresa says making, Visitor says making money. So I'm seeing that a lot of you guys want to be the ones making money. So let's dive on in how to do this. So to find the best products, you need to have the best tools. And so I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to share my screen. If you could just in the chat, just type in yes, if you can see my screen. I want to make sure that you guys can see it just fine. So let's get the screen sharing turned on here. All right. I'm going to get this pulled up here. All right, so if you guys can see my screen, go ahead and say yes. Just want to make sure that you guys can see it just fine. For those of you that joined a little bit late, just so that you are aware, there is about a 30-second to 60-second delay in the chat. So if you see me ask questions and you notice I don't get to it right away, that's the reason why it takes me a little bit to see your responses. Now, as a reminder, at the very end, we're going to have a Q&A session. So if you do have questions, write those down, because there's going to be a time later on where you just start going through and asking all your questions, and I'm going to get those answered for you. So, all right, I'm seeing some yeses. So let's go ahead and dive on in. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So what's really cool is AMZScout has some great tools. So with AMZScout, if I come here and choose product database, when I click on it, I can then filter these down. So I come here to price and put in a price range. And right here, if I click on more filters, I want to show you the filters that I like to use. I like to find something between $15 to $80, because anything below 15, generally the profit starts getting lower and lower as you go below 15. Anything above 80 starts to kind of get above that impulse range where people are like, ooh, more than $80. Let me think about it. Do I really need it? But if you're under 80, a lot of times people don't have to think hard about whether they need to buy that or not. I don't want something that's been established very long on Amazon where there's tons of established products. So by keeping the review count under 300, that's going to help me find some of those hot products that are fairly new, or there's a great opportunity for me to jump in on that. So estimated sales, I want to look for something that is doing at least 300 units per month, because that's about 10 units a day. And I don't want anything heavy, so I like to limit the weight to 2 pounds, so nothing more than 2 pounds. And the estimated revenue, I'm just going to put in a minimum of 30,000. Now my goal is I want to find something that is doing about $500 a day. That's what I like. Now, just to do the math on here, $500 a day. If you do the math on that, that's about 15,000 per month. So, and keep in mind, this is just one product. We can keep adding more and more products. So from here, then you click on Find Products. And then what it's going to do, it's going to take that criteria that I put in here, and it's going to find, and you can even choose categories. Like if you want to, find products in different categories, you absolutely can do that as well. So let's see, let me go back here. Let's try that again. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So we've got this pulled up on here. And so as I look through here, I can see what type of things may be of interest. In fact, if we want to fill this down more, we could even come down to categories, and we can choose like what type of categories. So let's say I want to, I know a lot of people right now are all about toys. So let's say I just want to do toys. So I can hit apply and then click find products and focus just on the toy category, for an example. So just want to kind of show you that if you really wanted to, you can even filter it down by category. So I do have multiple screens. So if you see me kind of looking on the side, that's why I'm looking at my other screen here. And what I'm kind of doing is I'm just looking for things that are interest. Something that someone has shown me recently was they're talking about like these like cube products. So I can even come here, for example, even type in like cube and do a search here, see what comes up. And so there's all kinds of different ways. You can search by keywords. You can search by different criteria. There is a lot of things that you guys can do. So when you do find a product that interests you, let's see. Let's come back here to categories here. Let's go ahead and put a few more in here. All right. So we're going to do home and kitchen. Let's just add home and kitchen to this as well. And then we're gonna hit search. So I'm just giving you guys some examples of there's different ways of going about doing this. So we're going to look around in here, and let's say I decide, sensory activity board. That looks interesting. So what I can do is take this, because if I take sensory activity board, and we can come in here, we can type in sensory activity, activity board. And so now we have a list of all these different products. And when you look at this list, this doesn't really make sense to most people. So what we want to do is we want to be able to view it in a way that does make sense, because we want to see the sales numbers. So what's really cool is that AMZScout has a pro extension that we can open up. And what it's going to do is going to take all those products and put it into a view that we would want to see as a seller. So as you look at this view here, we've got some different columns here. So the first column, this shows us the product. The ones that say hot shows us, hey, it's a really hot product. It's doing well. At the top here, we kind of have a summary of everything. And then right here, we've got some different scores here on how well it will perform for private label and how well it will perform for reselling or wholesale. And then it shows us the number of sellers selling it. We've got a lot of different data here. Now, some key things I like to look for here is I like to look to see what the sales are doing. So look at this one, $45,000 in sales, $18,000 in sales, $151,000 in sales. You can see that there are a lot of sales that are doing well. But the key there is I don't want to sell a product if all the sales are going up to the people at the very top. I want to make sure that the sales are, even the people towards the bottom are making sales too, because that tells me if I can even get somewhere in the middle or even in the bottom, I'm still going to make sales. So even on here, You got towards the bottom, 18,000, 36,000, 2,000, 162,000. So you got a lot of people that are doing really well with this product. Average monthly volume, on average, the average seller is doing $33,000 a month. Now, let me ask you this, guys. If you were to sell this product and you were doing $33,000 a month, what would that mean to you? Tell me in the chat, would that be a great start for you? Say great start, good start. If you feel like that making $33,000 a month with one product, tell me if you think that would be a great start. Now, here's one thing that's cool too, this niche score. I really like this. If I click on this, what it does is it shows me, is it a good product? So right here, out of score of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, it gives me a score of 9. Why? Because it shows it has really high profit. It shows it has great demand. It shows that the competition is medium. And it even breaks it down and shows me why these are good. Like, for example, high sales, new niche, unsaturated niche, very few Amazon sellers. It gives me an idea as to why this is a great product to sell. And then what I can do here is if I say, okay, I really want to sell this. I mentioned you guys, I'm just going to show you guys some cool AI stuff. Let me show you one of them right now. So if I click on this AI product analysis, here's what's really cool. AI is going to analyze this product and help me decide what are its strengths, what are its weaknesses, what are some good things that I need to know as a seller before buying it. Now, I do see on here, some of you are saying great start. It would be great. Awesome. Thanks for commenting in there. So it lets us know the strengths are the product has high net margin. The profit margin is about 59%. Lets me know that it has a good rating, 4.7 with average 129 reviews. So a lot of satisfied customers. And then it gives me a little bit of the weaknesses, not a lot of variance on there. And it just kind of tells me about the opportunities. Now, here's what's cool. This is what's key here. Opportunities. This is our opportunity of how we can be able to get into this market and really grow. So it lets me know that, it lets you know that you can expand the range of available variants, including different colors, different textures. You can develop partnerships with educational institutions, therapy centers. You can leverage high customer ratings. So it's pretty cool that it lets you know. So that way you can have an idea of, is this a good product to sell? And if it is, what are some things that you can do to make it even better? Now, if I want to calculate profitability, I got this profit calculator here that I can come in here and see the profit of it. If I want to find suppliers, right here, there's this button right here that I can come to suppliers, and I can try to find suppliers on Alibaba, Temu, Walmart, DHgate, different places I can try to find some suppliers there. So if I just click on suppliers, I can come over here and say, you know what, I want to find suppliers in, and I got a list of different countries. Like I can choose Canada, or, all over. And then I can see on here, what are they selling it for? So this one's $3.90, $3.90. This one's 74 cents, $3.15. So we've got a range. So let's just say if we average out, let's say about, $3.50. So I can come here to this calculator here, and we're going to put in that our product cost is $3.50. So we put that in, and it shows us that if we were selling this product, our estimated profit would be $25,000. So $25,000 would be our estimated profit. Let's come to this one. Let's say we were selling one like this one, come here to the profit calculator. Again, we'll put our product cost as 3.5. And on this one, our estimated monthly profit would be $91,000. So pretty good. A seller out there is making $91,000 per month selling this product. You see, I just found this in a matter of minutes. But let's say you want to continue looking at more products. Here's what's cool. You can click on Add to Tracker. And by clicking on Add to Tracker, it's going to add this to my tracking, so I can always come back and look at it later. I can even come here, look at the niche history, see, is it trending up? Is it trending down? How things are going, to get an idea to make sure it's not seasonal or anything like that. But I mentioned to you about adding it to my tracker. Let me show you the tracker and how that works. And actually, I'm going to click on here, Get Keywords real quick. We're going to take this keyword here, sensory activity board. We're going to get that keyword. I'm going to copy that real quick. So what I can do is I can come here to product tracker. This is where it's going to show you all the different products that I'm tracking. Like this one does $6,000 a day. This one does $675 a day. This one I'm tracking does $700 a day. This one does $300 a day. This one does $1,770 a day. These two right here do $1,000 a day. So you can kind of see some of the products here that I'm tracking. And so you can always add it to your tracker, come back and check it out later. Now, as far as keywords go, because you got to get found on Amazon, so we need to have some good keywords. So what's really cool is I can come here to the keyword search. And by coming here, I can put in the keywords, sensory activity board, and I can click on find keywords. It's going to show me what are some good keywords. So sensory activity board gets 28,000 monthly searches. Sensory activity board with silicone, 3,000 searches. Peel or plush pill sensory activity board, 3,000. So I can see here what are some good keywords to potentially go after. Now, once I know what good keywords to go after, what I can do is I can then create a listing. So I can use AI to create the listing. This one is AI listing builder. If I choose that, I can come here to create listing. And then from here, I can add some keywords here. Activity board sensor, click add. And I can come up here in the title. I definitely want to mention my keyword in the title. But what's cool is as I start putting information in here, it's going to, if I click on title, it's going to show me what things am I doing good? What things do I need to improve? So it gives me an idea. But what's great too is I can even, take this and I can even use the AI to create this listing for me. So that's something that's really cool here, is that you can even use the AI to create it for you. So pretty awesome how you guys could do that. So let's see. What I want to show you was, and I can spend a lot of time teaching you guys about this and how to do this, but just want to give you an idea that you can just kind of come in here and put a bullet point and create. But if I click on generate listing with AI, what I want to do is first add in some more keywords. Let's put some more keywords in here. Let's do sensory board. We'll even do like fidget board, sensory board, toy board. So I can kind of put in some keywords here, and then I click on generate listing with AI. And what it's going to do is AI is going to write the title for me, write the bullet points for me, help write the description. As you guys can see, is AI is going to do this for me. So pretty cool how the tool works, that you can use AI to create the listing for you. Now, once I've done that, I can then export this, upload it to Amazon, and it's awesome. So again, I can spend a lot of time showing you guys how to do this, but just want to show you guys some of the key features there of what you guys can do to quickly find a product and get it set up on Amazon. So hopefully you guys saw how easy that was. Just a matter of minutes, I found a product that is doing thousands of dollars a day that can make you guys successful. So what I want to show you guys next, though, is secret number 2. So tell me in the chat, just say yes if you're excited to learn about secret number 2, how you can find products like this with local suppliers, how you guys can do that. I'm going to show you how to find secret local suppliers with products that be launched in just one day. Now, just want to remind you guys that as you guys do have questions, write those down in your notes. And then at the very end, we're going to do a Q&A session where I'm going to answer those questions. But excited to be helping you guys out. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So here's one big problem a lot of sellers run into if they're buying from overseas is shipping, right? They put it on the slow boat from China and it takes forever to get there. And then you have issues where it gets stuck on the dock. In fact, in January, there is another strike that is supposed to happen on the shipping docks. So avoid buying from overseas so you don't run into this kind of situation. So let me explain to you why you shouldn't buy from overseas suppliers. The first thing is slow shipping times. Now, this is what it's called an opportunity cost. An opportunity cost is if my money is tied up somewhere and I could have been putting that money into something else, how much money am I losing in that opportunity, right? Because let's say, for an example, I could buy 10 products I can turn around and sell tomorrow, but instead my money's tied up in a different product, I could have been making all these sales while my money's tied up in the other product. In fact, opportunity cost happens in multiple ways. Sometimes it's even by people not taking action. I mean, how many of you guys have ever once thought about buying Bitcoin back when it was a very low price? Look at it now. Now it's over $100,000. Opportunity cost, right? Sometimes not even by not taking any action at all costs us money as well. Another issue is it gets expensive when you actually start adding everything up. You got the shipping, the tariffs, the taxes, all these fees, all those things add up. Then it gets complex, right? You got freight forwarding, forms you got to fill out, import laws you got to check in to make sure everything's good. And then communication, right? I don't know if you guys have ever tried communicating with with someone that maybe speaks a different language than you, but there's kind of that language barrier where if I were to contact someone, let's say, for an example, in China, they may not understand me and I may not understand them. And then when I'm awake, they're asleep. And then when they're awake, I'm now asleep. So the hours can be very inconvenient. I send them a question, then they message me back. I don't understand. I send them a message to answer back, but it's taking a long time to get that. Then you got major delays, right? You can get stuck on ships. You might miss a season. You got holidays, right? Next month, you have the Chinese New Year where China shuts down for an entire month, right? I know in US, Canada, many countries, we only celebrate a holiday just for one day. Over there, they know how to party. They know how to party awesome because they just shut down for a full month, which is not good for us as sellers because that means we can't get inventory. So let me just give you some examples of ordering products from China. Now, these are real examples. The seller said to their Chinese supplier said, "Can I order iPhone cases?" Look at this. This is what they sent, guys. Does that look like an iPhone case to you? No, that looks like a calculator to me. Or what about this one? They said, "I did a Google search and read that toilet paper is so popular. Can I order toilet paper?" What did they do? They sent rolls of Google. I don't think Google would be too happy if they saw this, that they saw that you're referring to their brand as toilet paper. Another thing, Amazon seller said to their Chinese supplier and said, "I want to create toothpaste that's better than Crest toothpaste." So this is what they sent. Crust, right? Can you imagine trying to sell that? Like, here, brush your teeth with crust. You're gonna get some more crust in your mouth. I don't think that's a great idea selling that. What about this one? This person said, "I want an effective mop to clean up after my children's messes." This is what they said. "Stupid child efficiency mop." I don't think your wife would be too happy if you gave her something like that. Or for those of you that have children, any women that have children, I'm pretty sure you would be too happy if your spouse gave this to you and said, "Here, stupid child efficiency mop." Yeah, not a good idea. So the moral of the story is don't buy from China, buy from these local suppliers. So the reason why I like to buy from local suppliers is one, it's cheaper, right? After you factor in not having to pay the shipping, not have to pay for tariffs, not pay for taxes. Also, too, tariffs are going to go up next month. So you definitely want to avoid shipping stuff from overseas. Better cash flow, right? Your money's not tied up for all these months while you're waiting for that slow boat to come. So that means you can take your money, keep reinvesting it and growing it more and more. And then here's the other thing too, instant business, right? I can go to that local supplier, pick up the products a day and turn around and start selling it. And then another thing is easy communication, right? Someone local, you can talk the same language, right? I know that some of you are in Canada. If you're in Quebec, Canada, you can go speak French. If you're in Alberta, you can go speak English, right? You're speaking to someone that knows your native language, not having to worry about if something gets misunderstood. And also the same hours, because when you go talk to someone locally, they're awake when you're awake. It's just so much easier. And then it's safer, right? You don't have to worry about viruses, closures, trade wars, weather, and all the different things that come with shipping stuff overseas. And then you don't have to worry about fraud, right? You're dealing with someone face to face, someone local. So your chances of fraud are very low when you're shopping local. But the biggest thing, guys, and this is what I love the most, I love helping out people. That's what's so important to me, is helping out people. When you support a local business, think about what happens to your money. You go give it to a local supplier. They then pay their employees. Their employees go out to a restaurant, they eat. That money then goes to the waitress that's serving there. That waitress takes that money to then pay her rent. And then her landlord takes that money to go put their kids in ballet lessons. And what happens is that money stays locally in your community. And because it's staying locally in your community, it's going to help your community better. Versus if you send your money overseas, it's not coming back. It's not going to help your local community. So supporting local business to me is important, because I want to see my community grow. I want to help people. And then also too, you're going to get it fast, right? It's not going to be stuck on these slow boats coming from China. So you're probably wondering, how do you find local and domestic suppliers? So let's talk about that. Well, local chamber of commerce. What's really cool is that many cities have a local chamber of commerce. Now, this is an organization that their goal is to take a local business and another local business and connect two of them together. Because if they were to take, for an example, your business and connect with a local supplier, it's helping that local business and it's helping you. Two local businesses, so it helps the local community. So you go to your local chamber of commerce and say, hey, I'm looking to sell on Amazon. Can you connect me with any wholesalers, suppliers, distributors, and they can get you connected with them. Also, your city. A lot of cities will have these business lists that will show all the different types of businesses that are in the city. You can go to your city offices and request that list and ask if they can give you a list of wholesalers, suppliers, and distributors. Ask them for those three things: wholesalers, suppliers, distributors. Write that down in your notes. And then industrial zones, right? This is a fun one where I'll go drive around into like these areas with these big buildings that look like warehouses, and I'll just go in there and talk to them. And I'll say, hey, I'm an online seller. I'm looking to expand my product line. Just want to see, do you have any products that I can maybe buy from you to resell? Now, I have to be careful when I say this, right? If you live somewhere like Chicago, you probably don't want to be go in these industrial zones, right? You don't want to be like dodging bullets. Like, please don't, all these bullets flying by. Don't go somewhere. Don't go to these industrial zones if you live in an area that's not safe. So make sure that you are sticking to areas that are safe. Networking events. This is a fun one. This is where you go to an event and you go talk to people. When you go to networking events, these business owners, they love connecting with other business owners. So which means they're very well connected. So you go there and you go talk to someone and you say, hey, tell me more about your business. And they're like, oh, I'm an insurance agent. And it's like, oh, that's great. I'm an online seller. Hey, you're an insurance agent. You probably know a lot of people that need insurance for their business. Any businesses that you know that I could buy some products from? And they're like, oh yeah, let me tell you, there's this one. They're going to pull out their phone. They're going to give you all their contacts. So that's something that you can do there as well. That's something to keep in mind there. Now, the other thing is, along with these networking events, is that with networking events, if you then go talk to an investor, hey, I'm sure you've invested in some companies. What you can do is, can you refer me to any companies you've invested in that I can buy products from? So really, these networking events is an opportunity for you to talk to people and try to get some referrals. And then trade shows. Trade shows is a fun one. If any of you ever go to trade shows, there's one in March called ASD. I will be there. There's also one coming up in just like 3 weeks. It's called CES. CES has over 100,000 attendees attend there. I go to that one as well. I love going to these trade shows and talking to these suppliers and face to face. It's awesome. So if you go to those trade shows, send me a message. Maybe we can meet up. Google Maps is another one. Go to Google Maps. You can type in like wholesale, supplier, distributor, and see what are some local suppliers that are there in your local area. And then even go to Google. Go to Google and type in something like, wholesale Seattle, if you lived in Seattle, or things like that. So you can use Google as well. And they got local directories. There's different local directories that you can use to find suppliers as well. So want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. Now, what's really cool is you can even use ChatGPT. So here's some examples here. With ChatGPT, I said contact info for the Chamber of Commerce in Seattle. As you can see, ChatGPT got me that contact information. I can ask it, give me some networking events that happen in Seattle. As you can see, it gave me a list of different networking events. Then I use AI, ChatGPT, toy trade shows in USA. As you can see, it gave me some trade shows there. Now, someone asked earlier, does AI cost money? ChatGPT right here, ChatGPT is free. This is a free tool that you can use out there. And then you've got this question you ask, are there any custom toy manufacturers out there? It says yes, and it gives me some custom toy manufacturers. So you can ask, are there different toy distributors that work with retailers and businesses looking to source a wide range of products? I can ask it that, and so you can ask it that. But the one thing you don't want to ask ChatGPT about, you don't want to go to your cat and say, tell me who your catnip suppliers, right? I find this picture funny, right? The cat saying, I'm not going to ask you again. Who's your catnip supplier? Putting the head in the toilet. Just a funny little meme there for you. So we can ask ChatGPT, just don't ask your cat about cat suppliers. So let's dive into secret number 3, no competition. Tell me the chat, just say yes or ready. If you guys are ready to learn secret number 3, no competition. The secret to selling products with absolutely no competition in 2025. I'm going to show you a cool strategy you guys can use for 2025. Now, I'm going to get a quick drink real quick. Teresa says, very good for me. Oma says, it would be great. Great start. So awesome, guys. I love seeing your comments. And keep in mind, we're also going to do a Q&A a little bit later. I'm seeing in here, ready. Awesome. I'm seeing some readies in here. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Secret number 3, no competition. I even see a little rocket ship. So awesome. Love that, guys. So secret number 3, how to sell products with no competition, making the buy box yours 100% of the time. And customers need to buy from you and you only. Now, there's going to be 3 different strategies. I'm going to show you how to do this. You can pick a strategy that works best for you. So let's go into all 3 of them. So the first thing is, why do you even need the buy box? Now, the buy box, for those of you that aren't familiar with that, that is a little box that someone clicks on. When they click buy now, it will say sold by Ace Goldwyn, or sold by, Teresa, or sold by Uma, or, sold by Dave. If it says sold by whoever name that's there, when someone clicks the buy to cart button, that's what makes the sell. So you want to be in that buy box so you can make the sell. But what happens when you're selling these products? You got lots of sellers there. Well, one of the ways to get the buy box is to have a low price. So what happens? Everyone starts dropping the price. It becomes the race to the bottom. And so that's the downside, is the more sellers you get, it drives down the profit, and you get less sales because there's more sellers, you get less control. So how do you get 100% control of the buy box and get 100% exclusives? Well, let's talk about these 3 strategies. The first strategy is exclusive rights. Now, there's going to be 5 steps to this, and I'm going to go through each one of these steps of this first strategy, exclusive rights. So what you first have to do is find a local company. We've already talked about how to find those local companies. And then when you go to that local company, ask them, say, hey, are you already selling your product on Amazon? Ask them if they're selling the product on Amazon. And then if they say, no, we're not selling on Amazon, then you say, well, hey, I looked up your mugs, and I see that that Stanley mugs, they are doing, over $100,000 in sales a month selling mugs. How many of those sales are you getting? And you're like, oh, we're not getting any of those sales. And now kind of their blood gets boiling, right? Ooh, our competitor's doing well. Our competitor's making money and we're not, so now you kind of, explain that to them. Hey, your competitors are making money, but you're not. And then we want to just talk about the opportunity. Say, look, I can help you get a piece of that pie. I can help you get some of those sales, and I can help you with this. I can help you get your product on Amazon. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to do all this work. And so I can sell it for you. All I ask in return is that you give me exclusive rights, that I'm the only seller that can sell your product on Amazon.
So then what you do too is that they say yes and say, hey, I want this to be a partnership. So I want you to provide the products. I will send it. What I'll do is I'll do all the work. I'll get it listed on Amazon. I'll make sure it gets out to the customers. I'll take care of customer service. I'm going to do that stuff. Now, the truth is Amazon's going to ship it out to the customers because you send it to Amazon's warehouse. Amazon takes care of fulfillment for you. Amazon's going to take care of customer service, but you show them this because they're going to be like, ooh, that sounds like a lot of work. I don't want to do that. And then you say, hey, look, I'll do it for you, but you provide the products. And then what happens when someone buys it, we'll split the profits. No, suddenly you're getting that product up front for free. That is called consignment. And a lot of retail stores do consignment. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that's another way to get products for free. Now we're going to talk about some more ways a little bit later, how to get products for free without using your money, but that's one of them right there. So the second thing you guys can do is what's called rebranding. Now rebranding, what this is where you can take a generic product. So like for an example, this stapler right here, it's a generic stapler. There's no brand name on there. I can take that and I can slap a little sticker on the back of it with my own logo. I can create a logo. You can use something like Canva for free to create that logo. But if you see right here, these Avery labels, you can buy these labels at Walmart, Target. You can buy them at office supply stores, and you can take those labels, print it off, and then take the product and slap it on that product. Now, what you can't do is you can't take something like, this Apple computer. You can't just slap it over Apple's logo and they'll claim it's yours, right? As cool as that would be, you can't do that. But what you can do is you can take a generic product that has no branding on there and then put your own logo on there. That is called rebranding. Now there's something that's called private label. This is where you can take an existing, you can go to a manufacturer that makes a product and they'll put your logo on there. In fact, I'm just going to give you an example here. This is some kids that wanted me to help them out. So I decided to help out. So these kids, they decided to create this product. Now, all they did is they put a clear sticker on here. They print off their printer. They just took this generic bag on Amazon. And as you can see on here, they did this. Now, they made some candy. So this is candy that's in here. And then they put a sticker here, In fact, let me put there if you can kind of see. You kind of see how it's a sticker. And then what they did as well is that on the back, they just put, another sticker here on the back of it. And just like that, they created their own product. So it's that easy, just printing off stickers, slapping on products, and then turning around and selling it. So here's an example. I helped a friend do this. One of my friends came in today and said, hey, Ace, I'm struggling here. I had this product that was doing really well. All these sellers came in, and now I'm only making $1.10 a profit. I used to make $15 profit. Now there's 105 sellers. As you can see on there, that one on the left, 105 sellers only making $1.10 profit. Why? Because all those sellers kept dropping their price. So I said, hey, let's do this. Let's take your product, and we're going to take your product and we're going to put your own logo on there and create your own listing. And by creating your own listing, now none of these sellers can sell it because it has your own brand on there. You're the only one that can sell your brand. So we took that same product, rebranded it, and just like that, now he's making $17.38 profit with no competition. So his profit went up 17 times more just by simply rebranding it and becoming the exclusive seller. So that's one way you guys can do it. Rebranding, private label, get exclusivity. There's those different things you do. Because when you create your own listing for your own brand, you're the only one that can sell it because it's your brand. So you're probably wondering, where do I get these products? Well, some places you get some generic products is the first thing is the dollar store. You can go to the dollar store. The dollar store has lots of generic products. In fact, Harbor Freight has a lot of generic products. A cool thing is promotional stores. Like one I like is Vistaprint. Vistaprint, they have all kinds of things that they'll print your logo on. You can put it on like golf. They got golf stuff that you can print it on. They've got masks. They've got hats. They've got bands. They've got all kinds of cool things, toys, all kinds of things that they will print your logo on. Now, if you go to the dollar store, Harbor Freight, some of these places like that with generic products, you print off a label, slap it on there. But if you use something like Vistaprint, then Vistaprint, they'll just print that logo on there for you, which is pretty cool. Local businesses, right? We've talked about how to, get some products to local businesses. This is how you get some products instantly. What's cool though, we think about like the dollar store, for example. I can walk into a dollar store today and start getting products. But when you start really growing and scaling your business, the dollar store, at least the one in my local area, you can go to their website. You can buy stuff in bulk, like really big bulk. So you can really grow your business with those as well. And then you use these directories. There's lots of different directories out there where you can find these private label companies. So some pretty cool things. So now what you need to do though is when you create this listing, you got to stand apart from the competition. You need your product to stand out. So that way you can destroy the competition because you're better than everyone else out there. So let's show you how to do it. So that brings me to secret number 4, how to use AI to explode your sales. So to beat the competition, what you got to do is got to make your product stand out. So let's take something, for an example, this paddle, this pickleball paddle, right? It's just generic, right? Well, then what we want to do is go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, what should I bundle with a pickleball paddle? Well, ChatGPT is going to come back, well, multiple paddles for players because people generally play in 2. So having 2 paddles and maybe a ball and a carrying case would be a great thing. So we went from the paddle to now this over here on the right, a carrying case, a ball, and 2 paddles. Now we can ask it, well, how do I improve the product? Then ChatGPT will say, well, to improve the product, you need to analyze the reviews. So just copy and paste the reviews in there, and they're going to analyze what people are complaining about for pickleball paddles. And so ChatGPT says, hey, many of the customers are complaining of wood splinters, difficulty gripping the wood handle. So to improve it, we recommend improving the grip. So then we go from this wood paddle with a wood grip to now a good grip. Then we say, hey, ChatGPT, what are the most desired colors for pickleball? And it says, well, pickleball paddles, the best colors include black, green, and gray. So what we do is we went from that wooden paddle to something now that has color on it. So we take those colors and put it on there. And so basically, as you can see, utilizing ChatGPT, we started with just a generic wood paddle, and then we ended up with this bundle with a case, with a grip, with 2 paddles, with balls, with the right colors. That's how we can use ChatGPT to really make ours stand apart. Because now think about it. If you're a customer, which out of these 2 would you buy, right? The cool one, the one that we made all those changes with thanks to ChatGPT to show us what changes and things we need to do to improve. But plus, AMZScout, if you notice, AMZScout showed us what type of things that we can do. The AI there, that AI tool showed us, said, hey, this is some things you can do differently with the product. So even with AMZScout, their AI can show us exactly how to do it. So let's now dive into secret number 5. Tell me in the chat, say ready if you are ready to learn about this, about how to get free funding. The secret to get thousands of dollars without even having to use your own money. Tell me in the chat if you guys are ready to learn that. Let's go grab a quick drink. Because I am talking fast because there's so much to learn. So that's why I talk fast, because I want to make sure to cram as much information as I can for you guys. Because the key here, guys, is I want you guys to be able to decide, is this strategy the best strategy for you? I'm going to give you the information so you can make that decision. For some of you, yes, this would be great. For other of you, maybe it's not. And you know what the thing is? Amazon isn't for everyone. But for those of you that are like, hey, Amazon's for me, I've got a special deal that I'm going to give you guys to help you guys make sure that you guys get started on the right foot, that you guys can build a successful Amazon business. So really this information has helped you decide, is Amazon the right option for you for selling? And so I'm going to show you guys some great things and some cool things that you guys can do. So I'm seeing on here, ready. Todd gave me a thumbs up. Someone else says ready. Larry says, yee. Awesome. All right, let's dive on in. Secret number 5, the secret to getting thousands of dollars worth of products without even using your own money. So the first one, which we kind of talked about this one already, was consignment. And this is pretty common in retail stores. For example, the grocery store. If you go to the bread section, a lot of people don't notice, but the bread section in most grocery stores is sold all by consignment. Most grocery stores do not pay for the bread. The bread is actually put in by different companies that come and put it in there. And basically whenever it sells, then the retailer then pays the bread company. This is the same way with the chip aisle and many other uh, different sections of grocery stores. But consignment is actually pretty common in the retail industry where, hey, you give me the product, I will sell it, and then I'll pay you back. What you can do too with your suppliers, there's something that is called net 30, net 60, net 90. What that means is a net 30 means you don't have to pay them back for 30 days. A net 90 means you don't have to pay them back for 90 days. So there's also two net terms as well. Another thing that I did, and I want to share with you what I personally did, this is how I got started. Because when I got started, I was growing and I realized I needed more money to really grow this to take this to the next level. So I went to a millionaire, someone that I knew in my community that had a lot of money. And I went to him and I asked this advice about how I could get some money to grow. And I was thinking like maybe he's going to start writing out a check to me. And that's what I was kind of hoping, but that's not what happened. But instead, he gave me something a lot more valuable. He showed me how I could get money without having to go to an investor. And so I was very impressed with this. And so I want to share this advice to you because this advice changed my life, because this is what allowed me to be able to get products when I had no money. So when I asked him that, he said, you know what? You can do OPM. I'm like, oh, what? He says, OPM, other people's money. And I said, what is that? He said, well, see those buildings behind us? And I look back and like, yeah, I see those. He said, do you think that the person that owned that building happened to have that cash laying around and said, I'm going to go buy that building? He said, no. What they did is they went to the bank and they used the bank's money to buy that building. And then what they did is they used that bank's money to buy it, and then they rented out that entire building, and they take all that rent and then they pay the bank back every single month. And then what they do is they keep the extra money. So they're using other people's money to make themselves money. He said, this is the greatest secret of most self-made millionaires and billionaires. I mean, think about this. Do you think Mark Zuckerberg would have the successful social media website Facebook if he didn't go out to investors and use investors' money to grow it? Do you think Elon Musk would have been able to start PayPal if he didn't have investors to go to get that money? Do you think that many of these other people, like Trump, for an example, Trump used the bank's money to go buy real estate and improve those buildings and be able to turn around and create a higher value, which turned around and made him a lot of money? Would he have been able to do that if he didn't use the bank's money? So as you can see, so many of these successful people out there, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, all these people, so many of them are successful because they use OPM, other people's money. That's how a lot of self-made millionaires and billionaires are doing. And it's not just the millionaires and billionaires are doing it. Lots of other people do it. In fact, farmers are doing it, right? Farmers, they go out, they get a mortgage on this land, and then they get a loan to buy the seeds and they plant it. And what happens? Crops grow. They take those crops and they turn around and sell it. So there's a good way and there's a bad way of using OPM. Poor people, what they do is they use their credit card and they go out and they buy like TV, clothes, and all this stuff and spend their money on things that don't make them money. And when you spend money on things that don't make you money, that's called debt, because you're spending money on these things that's never going to generate a return. That creates debt. Rich people, what they do is they take their money and they take that money from that OPM, the other people's money, and they invest it into things that's going to generate them more money. That's called creating wealth. So you have to ask yourself, if you were going to use your credit card, would you rather use your credit card to create debt, or would you rather use your credit card to create wealth? Or if you got loans or investments, right? What would you do with it? Just go out and blow that money on things that aren't going to make you money, or spend it on things that's going to make you more money? That is how the rich keeps getting richer, is they use other people's money to create money. And then once they have that money, then they make it grow even more. So to give you an example, this is called the compounding effect with OPM. So let's say, for an example, I whip out my credit card and I go out there and I buy $5,000 worth of product. And I take that $5,000 worth of product and I double my money and I turn it into $10,000. Well, what I do is if I pay my credit card off within 40 days, my credit card will pay me no interest. So now I basically use the bank's money for free. So I take my credit card, buy $5,000 worth of product, turn it into $10,000, pay that credit card off. Now I'm left with $5,000 profit. So I use the the bank's money to help me get started. So now I have $5,000. And this is how I had success, guys. I used the bank's money, used my credit card to get inventory and to grow it. And then what I did, I took the $5,000, reinvested it. And it took $5,000, turned it into $10,000. And this is the compounding effect. I want to show you guys how this works, because now I take that $10,000, reinvest it, turn $20,000. I take $20,000, turn it $40,000. Then I take $40,000, turn it $80,000, which turns into $160,000. $160,000 turns into $320,000. $320,000 turns into $640,000. $640,000 then turns into $1.2 million. So as you guys can imagine, let's say if I'm doubling my money every few weeks, this is what happens. This is the compounding effect when you keep reinvesting. Now, some people, they make money, they take some of it and they put it back in their pockets. But, I want you guys to think about it. If you were doing this, what would you do? Would you reinvest the money, or would you take some of it for yourself? I don't know about you, but for me personally, I would reinvest it until you really grow it. So what would you tell me in the chat? Say reinvest or pay myself some money. Would you keep reinvesting it to get that compounding effect? Tell me in the chat. So the compounding effect, we start out with the bank's money, free money, because we paid it off within 40 days, and we turn it to $1.2 million. Now this right here, this is a real screenshot of someone that did just that. See that screenshot right there? So let me ask you guys this, and tell me in the chat, how would $1.2 million help you accomplish your goals? How would that help you accomplish your goals in 2025 if you did $1.2 million on Amazon? Would that change your life? Tell me in the chat. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts there. So what are your goals? If you had $1.2 million, what would you do with it? I want you guys to think about that for a second. What would you guys do? Where would you go on vacation? What kind of car would you drive? What kind of house would you have? Tell me in the chat. I want to hear you guys' answers here in the chat. Tell me, where'd you go on vacation? Tell me what kind of car you drive. Tell me what house you'd have. Tell me in the chat. Now, again, there is about a 30-second delay, so I'll give you guys a minute. I want to hear your guys' what you guys have to say. I'm going to grab a drink while I'm waiting for what you guys have to say. So what are your goals? Because, 2025, it's just a couple of weeks away. So what are your goals for 2025? What do you want to accomplish in 2025? If you had $1.2 million, where would you go on vacation? What kind of car would you have? What kind of house would you have? Tell me in the chat. I look forward to seeing your guys' responses. And see, this is the exciting thing, guys. This is really what is cool, is that, it's very important to have these goals, have these things that you want to accomplish and things that you want to work towards. Because New Year's resolutions, this is where we set our goals. But when we set these goals, we have to have a plan of how we're going to accomplish it. So with you guys thinking about what your goals are, with what you're doing right now, how long will it take you to accomplish it? Now, I asked this to a good friend of mine, and I said, if I gave you $1 million, what would you do? And he's like, I'd go and get a Ferrari. I'd go buy a big house. It'd have a theater room. It'd have a swimming pool. And he starts telling me all these things that he would want. And he's all excited. And then I said to him, well, with what you're doing right now, how long will it take you to accomplish that? And he kind of looked down at the ground, and he looked kind of sad. And he looked back up at me and he said, Ace, I realize that with what I'm doing now with my job and how much money I'm making, I may never accomplish my goals in this lifetime. And I said, then what needs to happen? He says, well, something needs to change. So if those are your goals, think about what your goals are. If you can't accomplish it right now, then something needs to change. You need to do something different, and you need to take action to change. Because I can give you all the information you want, but if you're not willing to take action, will anything ever change? Will you accomplish your goals if you're not willing to take action and not willing to do what it takes to change? So, guys, how would you like my help? How would you like me to be able to help you out? Tell me in the chat. Just say yes if you guys would love my help, if you guys would want my help, where I can help you guys work towards those goals, whatever those goals are. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you want a different house. Maybe you want to go on vacation more. How would you like my help to help you accomplish those things? So here's Jessica Jones. I helped her. This is what she said. She said, I was able to quit my job in just 6 weeks. She said, I was making $8 an hour. It used to take me 4 weeks to make $1,300. Now I make that in less than 4 days. So what used to take her a month to make, now she makes it in just 4 days. The money is great, but more importantly, I can be at home with my kids and create special memories. Tell me, guys, wouldn't that be nice to be like Jessica and be able to be home with your kids, create those special moments? Or, and even if you don't have kids, wouldn't it be nice to be able to have more time to yourself and not be stuck to that 9 to 5 grind where you have to do whatever your boss tells you to do between 9 to 5? Wouldn't it be nice to have a little bit more freedom? What about John Yang? John Yang said, as a high school dropout, it's been hard to get a good paying job over the years. So I've tried so many things to make money online and failed again and again. Ace taught me techniques that no one else seems to be teaching, and it works. Finally, I'm making the money that I've always dreamed of making. Lots of my friends with degrees are losing their jobs, and here I am without a degree making a fortune on Amazon. Last month, I bought a Tesla with cash, and now I'm working with a realtor to buy my dream home. I never have to worry about money again. Wouldn't it be nice to be like John? Not have to worry about money again. I mean, think about him. How many of you guys feel like John? Maybe you've tried thing after thing after thing and nothing seems to be working, right? John, right? Tried one thing after another, didn't work. And then finally, he found me. And then when he came to me, he was able to get that help to really accomplish his goals and dreams. And now he doesn't have to worry about money. So we're going to talk more about that, guys, how he did it. So I want you guys to understand it's not too late to start. This year, I've helped a lot of people hit 6 figures in less than 3 months than ever before. And I've even created multiple millionaires this year as well. So the question is, do you want to be next? Do you want my personal help? Can I share with you guys something that I put together to help you out? Are you fine if I share something with you that I put together, something very special today to help you guys out? Because I want to help you guys accomplish your goals in 2025. So I put something special together for you guys. So here's a question I have for you guys. Do you want to replace your income fast in Q4? How would you like to have my 16 years of experience and to learn my secrets to build a multi-million-dollar business during a recession? You can learn how to build a business just like I did. Because remember, when I started, it was during a recession. So I'm going to show you how to build a successful Amazon business, whether it's a good economy, bad economy. You're going to learn exactly how to do it. And I'm going to show you step by step of how to do this. So you're going to need to know how to build an Amazon business fast, right? Because 2025 is just a few weeks away. So to help you build it fast, I'm going to give you guys access to my Seller Secret course. This is going to reveal to you the secret strategies that the big gurus out there, the big sellers, they don't want you to know this, right? Some of these gurus, they'll show you like little tips, little tricks, but they won't reveal to you everything. What I do is I pull back that curtain and I reveal to you everything. This is the only course out there for Amazon that teaches you how to build in any economy, including a recession, including during a pandemic or anything. That way you can make money no matter what. Plus my videos take you through step by step by step how to build a business from A to Z. Now, normally when someone were to get this, they pay $1,999. I'm going to give you guys access to this today. Plus, to kind of show you guys some of the things it talks about in here, you're going to get the 6-figure paycheck video. I have a video in there that talks about the best niches during pandemics and recessions. I talk about how to always dominate the market. That way you can always be ahead of everyone else. I'm going to show you how to set up your Amazon account the right way. I'm going to show you 5 different ways that you can fund your inventory. We only talked about just some today. There's a lot more. So I talked about 5 ways that you can fund inventory without using your own money. I'm going to show you how to send in inventory. I'm going to show you how to get buyers before you even launch your product. I'm going to show you how to do that and so much more. So the total value of this is $1,999 with the Seller Secret course. Now you're going to need a product. So something that you could use is what I showed you today, the Pro AI extension. This is a new tool that AMZScout has this integrated AI. This is going to help you get insight, look at trends, sales volumes, the quality of competition, and see what niches to get into and what niches to avoid, and estimate your costs for a better view of your net profit and to get an overview of product history before you take action to make sure you're selling a right product. Because we don't want you to fail. We want you to be successful. So that's why that tool is key to your success. And with the extension, you're going to be able to get the AI extension. The AI extension, this is where it's going to show you that SWOT analysis, identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and ways to really improve that product so that way you can make it stand apart from the competition. The AI, what's also too, is it's going to show you an overview of the product niche scores so that we can evaluate, is it a good product to go after or is it not with those scores? So you can easily and quickly know, is it a good product or not? You're going to get the AI Pro extension as well, that you can add your favorites and product comparisons where you can kind of compare the products side by side to see which out of these products would be good to sell. And then also too, you have that supplier button that you can click on where you can find suppliers. In fact, you can choose the US if you're in the US. If you're in Canada, you can choose Canada. You can choose those things. So it's really cool that you can just choose what country you want to find the suppliers, and it's going to show you what products in that country are available to you. So that way you can find local suppliers. And then with the Pro AI extension, you're going to be able to see monthly sales estimates, the profit calculator, the review counts, get an idea how competitive it is, the best sellers rank history, keywords, and so much more. But also too, you get that product database, right? How we're able to take out of millions of products, we put in these parameters, and just like that, as you saw, in a matter of seconds, we were able to find a product that was doing thousands of dollars per a day. Huge opportunity there. So that's what's cool about this. In fact, some of the sellers selling that product we were looking at were doing over 6 figures a month. And we were able to find that using this database. So this database has over 600 million products. You put in what you're looking for, and it will help you find which of those products is best. Then you also do have the keyword research tool, the reverse ASIN lookup. And this is so that you can look up to see, what is good, what is great, what keywords you should go after so that we can get found for these keywords. That's going to get you lots of sales. Then also too, you're going to have the AI listing builder. As you can see, with just putting in a few keywords, just like that, it's going to create the title for us, create the bullet points, create the description. It's going to create the listing for us. Make it so much easier to launch your business. Now, you're going to get 3 months of the AMZScout AI tool set. Now, the value of this is $239. Now, if you look, another great thing here that we have for you is a monthly trends report, which shows you what trends are growing, what products are proving, right? What you want to do is sell something that is growing and booming and catch that trend early on. And we're going to show you also what categories to avoid and tips how to beat the competitors. This is $149 value. So right now, we're going to give you $2,238 worth of stuff. Plus, we're going to give you some bonuses as well, $149 worth of bonuses. But you're going to need to find a supplier. So I recorded a mastermind class. Now, the people that originally attended this live, the people that attended live paid $497. Now, I'm going to give you this recording as a bonus. So I'm going to show you how to find the best suppliers in this recorded mastermind class. I'm going to show you supplier directory links that you can use, how to find these suppliers and get the best prices. In fact, I have a script that I'm going to give you as well. And the script shows you word for word of what to copy and paste when you send an email off to a supplier to get the best prices possible. This is going to save you thousands of dollars in the long run when you negotiate these lower prices and you're selling this product over and over again. Now, this brings the total value to $2,735 plus another $239 worth of bonuses. Now, you're going to need to get found on Amazon. So I created another mastermind class and I recorded it. I'm going to give you access to this recording as well, where it shows people how to rank on Amazon in just 1 week. That's right. Imagine getting found on the top page of Amazon in 1 week. Imagine how much more money you'd make. Plus the profit multiplier, how to rank on the page for multiple keywords so that way you're getting found not just for one keyword, but lots of keywords to make you even more money. How to create high converting product pages, what things to say, what things to put there, what's going to convert well into sales, and the exact strategy that I personally use step by step. Now, the people that originally attended this recorded mastermind class, they paid $497 just to watch this one mastermind class. I recorded it, and I'm going to give you guys access to this. Now, this brings the total value to $3,232. So I'm going to give you guys something very special. Now, I've never, ever given this before in a webinar, and you guys are going to be the first persons to receive this in a webinar. So normally at the beginning of the year in January, so in a few weeks from now, I do a VIP event pass. This VIP event pass, normally what I do is I invite sellers that are doing millions of dollars in sales. I invite the top 1% of sellers. And this is normally an event that's exclusive to them. Now, when they come to attend this, these top 1% of sellers, they pay $1,999 to attend this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys access to this. And what's really cool about this is I talk about the insights as far as what trends to expect for 2025, what products are going to do well, what things to look for. But what's really important about this too is I do a Q&A where it's going to be a teaching moment where you can come in and ask any question you want. If you need help with your business, if you're struggling with something, I'm going to be there to help you out. Now, you have two options. You can do this virtually, or you can even come in person and do it. Now, this intimate event is going to help you discover the hottest niches, the latest strategies for 2025. Plus, you're going to be able to engage in that Q&A and get that personalized help and support to achieve your goals and to refine your strategy to gain that expert advice to set yourself up for success in 2025. Now, this event will be held in 2025, both online, or you can come in person into Utah and come see it. So this is a $1,999 value, and I'm going to get you guys access to this as well. So the total value right now is $5,231 plus $239 worth of bonuses. Now, for today only, I'm going to give you guys something else as well. We're going to do the research for you. We're going to find a product. So AMZScout, they have a sister company that is going to do the research for you. So they're going to take, your ideas. You can come to them and say, hey, look, I'm looking for something like this, this, and this. They're going to take your criteria and they're going to try to find a product that meets that criteria. They're going to find something that is very profitable, something that doesn't have a lot of competition, something that is not seasonal, and they're going to find something that's going to do very well. They're going to do that research for you, so that way you can make sure that you are successful in 2025. Plus, they're also going to research some keywords for you as well to find out what are the best keywords to go after, and they're going to give you some examples of local as well as even some global suppliers that you can buy that product from. Now, for today only, all buyers are going to receive one of those research requests, $187 value. Plus, we're going to give you a checklist of questions to ask suppliers, get reviews guide, a list of lower ungated categories that we know what categories you don't need any approval in. Now, I want you guys to think about this. If all this did was allowed you to replace your income in just 3 months, would it be worth it? If all this did was make you enough money so you can achieve your goals, such as buying your dream house, driving your dream car, would it be worth it? If this allowed you to spend more time with your family, would it be worth it? If this allowed you to be able to quit your job and travel the world and work anywhere you wanted to, would it be worth it? Well, the total value of all of these things, guys, is $5,000. You're getting the course, you're getting the VIP event pass where you can get to work with me in person or even live if you want to join virtually, where you're going to get my personalized help at that event. You're going to get the mastermind class. You're going to get these scripts. You're going to get us where we're going to find a product for you. You're getting all these things, the tools, $5,418 plus another $600 worth of bonuses. Now, I know we could charge that for you, but for today only, I'll do something special for you guys. I could charge $4,000, but I'm not going to do that. I could charge $2,000 for this. Would it be worth it to be able to quit your job and achieve your dreams at $2,000? Absolutely. But I'm not even going to charge $2,000. I could charge $1,000 for this. You're getting $6,000 worth of stuff, and I've got people all day long that would easily pay that because just my course alone, I've got people buying it on a regular basis at $1,999, and that's just for the course alone. But you're getting these tools. We're going to find you a product, you're getting all these things. But I got some good news for you guys today. I'm not even going to charge you guys $1,000. So for today only, guys, today only, I'm going to give it to you guys for $499, a one-time special. This is like Black Friday in December. That is what this is. This is one of the best deals that I've ever offered, because you guys are getting my VIP pass, my course. You're getting the tools. We're going to find a product for you. We're going to do all these things for $499. But I've got something important for you guys to keep in mind. You don't even have to use your own money. You can use the bank's money. Pull out your credit card, and you can use that credit card and then start making money on Amazon, pay that credit card off. Do what billionaires are doing, millionaires are doing. Use a credit card, pay it off. That way you don't have to pay any interest. Use that free money from the bank to help you accomplish your goals. And Andrew, look what happened with Andrew. He did $100,000 just in the last 30 days. How cool is that? There is proof from his Amazon seller app. Wouldn't you guys like to be like Andrew? How would it feel if you were like Andrew, was able to make $100,000 just in the last 30 days? How did that change your life? I want you guys to think about it for a second. So if you also want to attract new customers to your Amazon product page, we've got something great for you guys. So we've got an SEO listing optimization report. This is a $197 value that we're going to give to you guys. We've got something special where we're going to give you, instead of the 3 months, we're going to give you 6 months. And also too, we're going to give you the AI tool. We're going to give you some products to help you find the best products out there. So we're going to do that for you guys. Now, this would be a $5,000, $700 plus another $736 worth of bonuses. And we're not going to charge you guys $4,000 for that. Not even $2,000 for that. Not even $1,000 for that. For that, we're going to do for you guys today only for $699. So you got a couple options here where you can get the training plus 6 months of tool and the product listing bundle for $699. So you've got two options here, the $499 package and $699. All you have to do is just click on that link there. If you click on that link, you can get access to it. Or what you can do is pull out your smartphone, scan the QR code you see on your screen and buy, or type it in manually, amzscout.net/get/mentor-ace-3 months, or you can do the 6-month package as well. Now, what's great too is, a common question people ask when they see something like this is there a payment plan? And yes, we do have a payment plan. For those of you that live in the US, we have partnered with Carmla. And what's really cool about them is that they will break it down into 4 interest-free payments. This means that you pay no interest on it. So that way you can get into it now at $124 a month. So for $124, that's it. $124 gets you access to it today, so you can start making some money. And then that way, when you make that money, you can then come back later, pay that off, and you're good. And you didn't even have to pay any interest. So it's pretty cool. So when you go to checkout, for those in the US, you'll see the Kamla. Choose that, and that will give you the payment option plan. But for everyone else that's in other countries, you can just use your credit card to join. So you got a few options there when you go to the checkout where you can choose between those different options. So for the $499, it's $124 for 4 months. And then for the $699, it's $174 for 4 months as well. Now, what's really cool about this, guys, is there's absolutely no risk. We have a 10-day, 100% money-back guarantee. That way, you don't have to worry about that fear, right? Because I know sometimes people, they have that fear of starting something new, and it's totally normal and fine to have that fear. But we want to take that fear back from you by knowing that we're so confident that you're going to be satisfied with with the products that we send you. They're going to be satisfied with the course. You're going to be satisfied with the tools. That we're going to give you a 100% money back guarantee. This takes all the risk away from this. Now, let me show you guys Lee. Lee started working with me this year and just hit $1 million in sales. How cool is that? Lee was able to do, if you look right there, $21,000 in sales just in the last 7 days. Isn't that awesome, guys? Isn't that cool? How would it feel to do that? And you know what Lee did? She was an action taker. When she, first saw my course, she was hesitant, like, should I do it? Should I not do it? But she decided to take action, and she did it. And she said it was the best decision in her life. She was afraid. She was afraid at first, but then she realized, you know what? I should give it a shot because I have a money back guarantee. I might as well give it a try. And she gave it a try, and it's since changed her life. Can you imagine if she decided, nope, I'm not going to do it? If she didn't take action, would she be doing $1 million in sales this year if she didn't take action? And I know that some of you might be feeling the same way too. Some of you might feel like Lee, like, oh, I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not do it? You know, imagine if she didn't take action, she wouldn't have done $1 million in sales. So you guys might be wondering the same thing. Should I take action? Should I not do action? Well, again, 100% money back guarantee, but you don't know what your potential is until you try. So you might as well give it a try. So when you do join, what's going to happen is that you're going to get access to the Ace Goldwyn training within the next 24 hours after you complete your payment. Now, you're going to want to watch for my email. My email is going to come from info@acegoldwyn.com. So again, that's info@acegoldwyn.com. Again, info@acegoldwyn.com. Check your spam folder for it. Add it to your contacts. Sometimes by adding it to your contacts, you don't have to worry about it going to your spam folder. For most email providers, it doesn't go to spam, but for some reason, there's a couple out there that it might, like sometimes Gmail, sometimes Hotmail. There's a couple out there, maybe even Yahoo. So, there's a couple providers out there that sometimes it goes to spam. So just make sure you look for that email, info@acegoldwyn.com. So check your email. Now, when you do purchase, what's going to happen is that AMZScout is going to give you instant access immediately upon payment confirmation. What's really cool about that is you can start looking for products right now. You can start getting products today because you're going to get instant access to the AMZScout tools. So as a reminder, what you guys are going to get today, again, this is an amazing deal. You're going to get the Seller Secret course that's going to walk you through step by step by step how to build a successful business. Then you're going to get an exclusive invite to my VIP event pass that I'm going to do in January. This is where I'm going to personally answer your questions. I'm personally going to help you out at this event. Now, you can attend this event in person or you can attend it virtually. If you attend it virtually, you can still ask your questions and get help. But can you imagine if you were going to start investing in the stock market and be able to have Warren Buffett, where you can ask questions to Warren Buffett and get his help? Can you imagine if you were starting a social media company and be able to go to Mark Zuckerberg and ask him questions and get his help? Can you imagine if you were going to start a car manufacturing company and go to someone like Elon Musk and get his help? That is what you're getting. I am the most experienced guru out there. I don't know any other guru out there that has more than 16 years experience selling on Amazon. And you're going to get my personal help to help you out during that event. So I feel like just that event alone is worth well more than $499. It's worth more than $699. I mean, if you're going to go to Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, or any of these people, I'm pretty sure they're going to charge you more than $499 just for a few minutes of their time. I'm going to give you access to myself during that entire event. So you're going to have access to my help. Just that help alone is well worth more than what we're charging today. My course alone is worth well more than what we're paying today. I have people paying all day long, $1,999 just for my course alone. So you're getting a great value here. Plus, for the $499 package, you're getting 3 months of the AMZScout AI tool. For the $699, you're going to get 6 months of the AI tool. And all those tools I showed you, you're going to get access to all of those. Now, both of those, you're going to get that one product research where we're going to find what's a good product to do for you. And just keep in mind, guys, I'm going to answer you guys' questions in just a moment. So we're going to dive into your questions in just a moment. So if you have questions, I'm going to have you start typing those in just a moment. But also, too, you're going to get that product where AMZScout, they're going to find you a good product that's going to make you a lot of money. So that way you don't have to worry about failure. They're going to find you a great product to sell. They're going to find something that's high demand, low competition, and they're going to take into account your criteria. You can say, hey, I'm looking for something like this, 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 and this, and they're going to take that into factor. They're even going to show you what suppliers that you can buy it from, and they're even going to show you what are the best keywords to go after. They're going to do all of that for you. So pretty cool. Now, one thing that you're going to get as an extra bonus with the $609 package, you're also in addition to getting 3 additional months, you're going to also get an SEO listing where they're going to create the listing for you, and they're going to optimize it so it ranks really well. And they're going to email that over to you. So then that way you know what's the best keywords, what's the best title, what's the best description. They're going to help write that for you. So with the first package, $4.99, you're going to get 3 months of the tools. You're going to get the product research. With the $6.99 one, you're going to get the product research, but you're going to get 6 months access to the tools. And you're going to get, they're going to write that listing, the title, the description, and then optimize it. So that is the kind of the difference there between the two different packages. Now, one thing I want to mention as well with these packages is that with my course, you're going to get lifetime access. I have people that have been using my course for years and years and years and years. And as I update it, they continue to get access to those updates for free. It doesn't cost them anything extra. You're going to get lifetime access to my course. You're going to get those lifetime updates as well. Now, I'm going to answer you guys' questions in just a moment. So I just want to show you guys real quick how this works, though. So if I pull out my phone and I point it at the QR code, and when I point at the QR code, you're going to see the link. You click on the link, and then what's going to do, it's going to pull up on here. As you scroll up on here, you're going to see everything that you're going to get. So that's how easy it is. And then you put in, you go ahead and put that in and get started. Again, money back guarantee. So there's absolutely no risk. So you can click on the link in the chat. You can scan any of those options there. We've got a payment plan, or you can do a one-time payment. But again, you're not even using your money. You're using the bank's money. So I'm going to start answering your questions in a moment. So start putting your questions in the chat. I'm going to start answering those in a moment. But I want you guys to think about this. Here's the truth, guys. With you guys doing this, you didn't join this because you just want to make more money. That's not why you joined this, right? You joined this because you want to learn a better way to make money. Because if you just wanted more money, you just go work more job. You'd work more hours. But you don't want more job. You want a better way of making money. Something that's going to allow you to be able to quit your job, have more freedom, spend more time with your family, travel, right? You've seen, I travel all over the world. And that's what Amazon's done for me. And that's what Amazon can do for you. And keep in mind, guys, whether you guys sign up or not, it doesn't impact me, because I'm going to eat the same steak. I'm going to drive the same car. I'm going to still go to the same vacations, whether you join or not. It doesn't impact me, but it does impact you, whether you join, because it's going to impact what you can drive, where you go on vacation, what you eat, what you wear. This impacts you. It's not about me. This is about you, because my Amazon business continues to grow and grow. This is about helping you have success. And we wanted to make it very affordable for you guys, to help you guys out. And so that's why we're doing it at this very low price. But this very low price is for today only. When today's over, this deal is off the table. If you want to come back, let's say 6 days from now, guess what? You're going to have to pay over $5,000 for all of this if you come back a few days from now. So for today only, to reward you guys for taking action today, we're giving you guys this special offer. So I'm going to go ahead and start answering your guys' questions. So I'm going to go to the Q&A section and answer your guys' questions. So go ahead and start putting in your questions in here. All right, so this question says, hello, I am just kicking off this journey. How do I organize my products, finding them, and how do I get influence buyers? So that's a great question. With that. So the way to organize your products is, and I assume you're talking about product research, is that's one thing that's really nice about having the AMZScout tool. With the AMZScout tool, you can add it to your product tracker. And when you add it to your product tracker, what that does is that the product tracker is going to track those products for you to where you keep organized and say, you know what, I'm interested in this idea. I'm going to start with this one. And then once you get that up and running and launched, then go to the next one on your list. So the AMZScout product tracker is going to help you keep that organized. Now, as far as finding influencers, that's one thing that's great about my course. My course talks about a variety of different things, and there's all kinds of great tips about, how to find people to promote your product, how to get people to buy your product before you've even launched it. So it does cover things like that. Question on here is AI free. So ChatGPT is free. ChatGPT is free. Another question here. This one's from Caroline. It says, is this help only for people who live in the US and Canada? What about the Caribbean? People, would we be successful through not living in the US with your strategy? So great question. And I'm actually glad you asked this. I have students in Australia. I have students in the UK. I have students in Puerto Rico. I have students all over the world. So it doesn't matter if you're in the Caribbean, Canada, the US, my strategies, I teach it based on a global platform because I work with people all over the world. Now, I know that there's people out there that only focus on just the US and US only. Me, I teach my strategies to apply to a global audience. So you could do this anywhere in the world. So with you being in the Caribbean, can you do it? Absolutely, yes. If some of you are in Canada, can you do it? Absolutely, yes. I remember some of you mentioned that you're from Canada. I remember there's someone that mentioned they're from China. Someone mentioned that they're from the UK. Absolutely. In those countries, you can do this. Absolutely. Great question. Glad that you've asked that question. I know, let's see, another question. This one's from D. What does pixels mean in drop shipping in e-commerce terms? So probably what you're referring to is what they might be referring to, and there's it could mean a variety of different things, but I do know that that pixels, that oftentimes, like if you were to go buy a product, what they can do is they put pixels on there, what's for Amazon to verify that is an authentic product, and so that could be potentially something that that they're referring to there. So great question. And what's really cool is my course covers a lot of these things, and so my course will cover this. So great questions here. Let me just check to make sure I'm getting all the questions here. I'm just going to look at a few more things here. So again, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel welcome to answer it. Now, my course is going to walk you guys through step-by-step how to do this. Now, another thing I do want to mention as well too, with that pixel question as well, there is also like Facebook pixels as well. With Facebook pixels, you can like track stuff if you're running like Facebook ads. So that's another thing that sometimes people refer to as pixels ads. So there is a lot of different ways. I know some people talk about pixels with drop shipping because they're advertising on like Facebook and some of these platforms. That could be another thing as well. But, you know, the one thing I want you guys to keep in mind and remember this, right? You know, why is it that sometimes as people, we wait till the New Year's to make resolutions? Why do we wait? Why do some people keep putting stuff off? Like, oh, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into days, weeks, months. And then a year later, New Year's comes and they make a New Year's resolution. And then even when they make that resolution, they still don't take action. Why do we have to wait till New Year's? Why not just get stuff done today? Because if something doesn't change, what happens, right? If you don't change something today, you're going to be in the same spot tomorrow and the day after. You know, what is it that you want to change in your life? Is it that you want more money? Is you want to spend more time with your family? Is you want to travel more? Do you hate your job? You want to quit your job? If you don't take action today, you know what's going to happen? You're going to be in the same spot. You're still going to be in that job that you hate. You're still going to be in the same financial situation. Nothing is going to change unless you take action. And so it's very important that you do take action because this is what's going to change your life. And the thing is that when it comes to money, money replenishes itself, right? When you think about it, is that when you go work your job, you get paid like every 2 weeks. And what happens if you lose your job? Guess what? Unemployment's going to pay you every 2 weeks. Money keeps replenishing itself again and again and again. But what about your time? If you go spend more time in the office to try to make more money, do you ever get that time back? No. But money replenishes itself, but time does not. You can spend lots of time trying to research and find a product on your own, but you can save time, and you can save time by buying this purchase and getting access to that report where we'll find a product for you. AMZ Scout will find that product for you. So that's something great as well, is that you may not be able to get that time back, but what you can do is you can utilize that money that replenishes itself to be able to save you time, because time is one thing you can't get back. Money replenishes itself, but time doesn't. So you can utilize that money to be able to save yourself time and not have to worry about months and months of research. Rather, you get this package, you get access to a product that you can start selling. So that way you can have success in 2025 and make the money that you want to dream to accomplish your goals and the things that you want to achieve. So keep that in mind. Let's keep looking at questions here. I know a common question people ask me is, how much time does this need? It doesn't take a lot of time. I would say at least a few hours a week. And you can either just kind of spread that over a day, spend, 15, 20 minutes a day, or do it all in a weekend. Do it all on Saturday. In fact, something that's cool too is that you can check your Amazon sales from the seller app, even at work. The people will be looking at you like, wait, why is he so happy? Because you saw how much money that you made while you're on your lunch break. And that's the cool thing about Amazon, is because when you ship your products into Amazon, Amazon's going to ship it out to the customers. Amazon's going to take care of customer service. Amazon takes care of all that for you. That allows you to have the freedom to, build a business without having to dedicate a lot of time to it. You can go travel. You can spend time with family. You can do all these things because you're going to wake up and check your sales and be like, whoa, I made all these sales. I didn't do a single thing today. That's the cool thing about Amazon, is they automate that process for you with their warehouses. So it allows you to have that freedom to do what you want when you want. And that's a cool lifestyle that Amazon gets you. But we want to make sure that you can learn how to do that lifestyle step by step by step. And so that's what my course does, is it shows you step by step exactly how to do it. But some of you, might need help. You might have questions, and that's where I come in. That's where it's really great about getting access to that VIP event where you can ask questions, get help. You're going to have me here to help you out at that event. So I'm excited for you guys to attend that event, whether you decide to attend it virtually on your computer or whether you decide to attend it in person. So I'm excited for that, and looking forward to helping you guys have great success. But think about this, guys. Should you not take action today, then when will you take action? If you don't take action now, how are you going to change your life? So many people, they talk about losing weight and accomplishing goals and all this stuff, but then they never achieve it. Why? Because they don't take action. So that choice is yours. You can choose to take action and change your life, or you can continue to live the same lifestyle as you are and be in the same spot day after day after day. That choice is yours. I can't make that decision for you. That's something that you have to decide, whether Amazon's for you or whether it's not. Amazon may not be for everyone, but for those of you that it's ready, that you feel like it's for you, if you feel like that you can make money on Amazon, here's your chance. We're going to find that product for you. We're going to give you the course. It's going to show you step by step by step how to do it. You're going to get that help from me during that event. So you're going to have all this help to help you guys out. So you have to be willing to take action. So it's very simple. You got a 10-day money back guarantee. So there's no risk. You can get access today and start building your business. And then if you change your mind, well, money back guarantee. So we want to make sure that we protect you with that money back guarantee. So no risk to you. And again, you can use the bank's money. Use the bank's money to get started. How cool is that? Do the same thing that millionaires and billionaires are doing. Use the bank's money. Use that credit card. And then what you can do is when you start making money, pay that credit card off and pay it off before they charge you interest. That way you use the bank's money for free to help you accomplish your goals and your dreams. Plus, in my course, I'm going to show you some other ways that you can get products without using your money. Now, there are some more questions here. Let's go ahead and dive into these questions. This one is from Teresa. If I start with the 3-month, can I update it to the 6-month later? I'm in the UK. How can I use the Kamla 2 since I have an account with Kamla? If you already have an account with Kamla, you can try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you can just do the other option, but you might as well give it a try. As far as can you upgrade to the 6-month later, this is a one-time deal. So there's not going to be an option to upgrade later. But what you can do is when that 3 months is up, you can email the support team, and the support team can work with you on some payment options to be able to get some additional months. So can you get additional months in the future? Absolutely. But can you get it at this price? Well, you're going to probably pay a little bit more. So if you want to save money in the long run, then I'd recommend going with the $699 plan. If finances are tight right now, then maybe just go with the $499 plan. And then down the road, when that 3 months is up, you can renew, but it'll be at a different price than we're getting today. Because today's a special price. So if you want to save money and you can afford it, do the $699 plan. If money's tight, then go with the $499 plan. Save yourself some money. It's up to you. I don't want to push you to one package over the other because this isn't really about me. This is about you. So you decide which one is best for you. But just know, yes, you can renew and get some additional months, but it'll be at a different price. But today is a special offer. We're giving to you this stuff at a special bonus. So absolutely, you can renew and extend it. So great question. I'm glad that you asked that. Another question here is, if I say a trending product with only 2 or 3 sellers on the AMZScout database, can that be a winning product? So yes, absolutely, D. If you see a product like that, there's just not a lot of competition, definitely that could be a winning product. And what's really cool is about my course goes over into great detail as far as what are some key things to look for to know what is a good product to sell and what is not. So I highly recommend joining so that way you can get access to that course to know what is good to sell and what's not. Because when you're first starting out, it's so easy to think, oh, this looks good, that looks good, that looks good. But there's a lot more to it than that. And so that's why I highly recommend joining, because my course is going to show you what to look for to find out what's a good product and what's not. But plus, we're going to find a product for you. You don't have to worry about, is this a good product or not? Because we're going to find that product for you. AMZScout, their sister company, is going to find that product for you. Another question here. If I see trending product with only 2 or 3 sellers. Oh, it looks like that's the same question. It's in here twice. Okay, cool. But great question. So a great question there, and glad that you asked it. So, and these are great questions. As you guys have questions, go ahead, put it in here. I'm happy to answer your questions. So as a reminder, you're getting the course. We're going to find a product for you. You're going to get 3 months of the tool set. You're going to get also to the VIP access where you can ask questions, get help during that event for $499, over $5,000 worth of stuff. Or we got the second package. We're going to get 6 months plus the course, plus the mastermind training, the product research, and we're going to create that product listing and email that over to you. Then you're going to get all those things for $699. So you can choose which package is best for you and your situation. We got payment plans available. You can scan the QR code, click on the link, or type it in manually, amzscout.net/get/mentor-ace-3 months or -6 months, whichever package you decide to go with. But if you have any questions, go ahead, put it in the chat. I'm happy to answer these questions for you and help you guys out. So go ahead and put in your questions in here, and looking forward to answering your questions. So one thing to be aware of is that this is offers only good for today. So if you come back by a few days later from now, you're not going to get it. So I know a common question people ask me is, it's the holidays, I'm going to be going on vacation. Can I go on vacation, come back and buy this? And the answer is yes, you can come back and buy it, but you're going to be paying $5,000 for all of this if you were to come back and try buying it, a week later or even a few days later. You're going to be paying that higher price. But also, too, you're not going to get those bonuses. So you're going to have to pay a higher price, and you're not going to get those bonuses. But if you do it for today only, you're going to get $5,000 worth of stuff for $499. I mean, it's almost like getting a Ferrari, buying a Ferrari for the price of a Geo Metro, or buying a house for the price of a condo, right? That's how big of a discount this is. This is huge. I've never seen a Black Friday deal have a bigger discount than this. I mean, these are huge discounts, right? Think about the discounts you see at Black Friday. Usually you're getting 10% off, 20% off, 50% off, 60% off. This is much bigger than that. This is a huge deal. But what's really great is really the value of what you're getting. Imagine having, Jeff Bezos in your back pocket, and having his help to build an e-commerce site, right? That's what you're getting with me. You're getting me, an Amazon expert, someone in your back pocket where you can ask questions and get help during our event. So I see another question here. It says, is it wise to start with 3 products to sell or with one first? So we actually do talk about this in the course. I actually talk about this exact very thing. What I recommend doing is first starting with one product when you first launched. Get that product to be successful. And then once you've done that, then it's okay to launch 3 products at the same time or 6 products at the same time. But your first product, just start with one product while you're in that learning process and kind of follow the steps in the course, step by step, how to do it. That way you can make sure you do it right. Once when you've learned that process, that's when you go back and launch multiple products at the same time. But for your first product, start with one and kind of go from there. And that's one reason why you need the course, because the course does talk about things like this, about the right way of doing things. So keep that in mind. Now, the one thing to keep in mind too, guys, I know the weekend's coming up. A lot of times people, they go out to the movies and they buy dinner and they do that and they spend their money oftentimes on these things that never give anything back, right? When you go spend money on dinner and a movie, do you ever get that money back? Do you ever get anything from that? Once that money's gone, it's gone. This is different. Can you imagine if you were to put your money into something like this, where ultimately it pays you back? It helps you make more money. You take it, you put your money in, you start making more and more money with it. Most people, they're making this big mistake. They're going out, they're spending all their money on things that never really give back. This, on the other hand, this give backs. This is where you can find out what product to sell that's can make you money month after month after month after month. So, it's very important. So in the chat, I should point out here, guys, we got a Q&A section and a chat section. Make sure you're putting your questions in the chat. So in the Q&A section, because I want to make sure that you're getting your questions answered. So we're going to wrap this up in just a few more minutes at the top of the hour. We're going to go ahead and end this. So we have about, looks like 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. So any questions you have, go ahead and put it in the chat. So, it's up to you whether you want to change your life or not. I can't make that decision for you. But what I can tell you is look at Lee, how she hit $1 million in sales. Can you imagine if she didn't do this, where would she be today? If you didn't do this, you have no idea where you would be. But the good news is you have a money back guarantee, so there's no risk to you. So you got to take action, right? If you don't take action, what's going to happen? You're going to be in the same spot tomorrow and the day after, the day after. If you want to change your life, then you have to do something to change. Now, I'm not going to push you towards it. I'm not going to tell you that you have to do this. You have to be the one to make that decision. That's up to you because it doesn't impact me. This impacts you. So if you want to have success, then I would recommend, taking action, changing your life. Because what's going to happen doing New Year's? You come to New Year's, you're like, oh man, I wish I would have, gotten that back then because I now want to build a business, but I didn't take action. I've never, ever, ever once out of the 2,000 people I mentored, I never once had one person tell me, oh, I wish I would have waited to do this. Not one person has ever said that. Oh, I wish I would have waited. You know what is the most common thing I hear a lot of people say? I wish I would have done this sooner. That is the number one thing I hear from people is their number one complaint is they said, I wish I would have done this sooner. And the thing is that, Amazon is growing. It's continuing to grow, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you start now, you can continue to grow with Amazon. Otherwise, you're going to look back a few years from now and regret, say, you know what? Look at all those people that are having success on Amazon. I could have been that. I could have done that. I don't want you to have those regrets. I want you to live life without regrets. There's a hospice nurse that was in an article that said the 2 biggest things that people regret in their life when they're on their deathbed. The first one is they wish they would have spent more time with family. They say that they end up spending way too much time in the office, way too much time focusing on trying how to fit in with friends or all this stuff. And they realized the biggest opportunity they missed was not spending more time with their family. The second thing is people's biggest regret on their deathbed was that they wish that they would have taken chances on opportunities. They wish they would have taken action, but they didn't because they were too afraid. They let their fear get in the way. And, it's okay. It's normal to feel that fear. but at the same time too, if everyone is always afraid to do something, would we ever get anything accomplished? Can you imagine if babies looked at the risk of possibly falling? Would we ever learn how to walk if we didn't do that? If we saw that, hey, there's a risk of getting a car accident when we get in a car, would we ever learn how to drive? There's a risk when you eat food of choking. Would you have ever taken your first bite of food if you look at the risk? Yeah, there's risk in anything you do. But you know what? I feel like the risk of doing nothing is greater than taking action. Because if you do nothing, are you going to get that dream house? Are you going to get that dream car? Are you going to spend more time with family? Are you going to be able to travel? Are you going to be able to do the things that you want to accomplish? But if you take action, can you get those things? Absolutely. You can work towards those things. You can work towards accomplishing those things. So there's a greater risk of not taking action, and the risk of not taking action is greater than taking action. You take action, guess what? Money back guarantee. But we're going to find that product for you. We're going to reduce that risk for you. I do see some more questions here. I'm going to answer it. We are at the top of the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. But let me first answer these questions in here. Question in here is, what is the key difference between an offer compared to the monthly subscription offer? So we have the offer where you can buy the offer upfront, or you can do it in monthly payments. So that's kind of the difference between the two there. Great question. Glad that you asked that. A question in here is, what do you recommend, FBA, fulfillment by merchant, or seller prime? Can you rank them 1 to 3? So I will give you a clear answer. And I like giving people pretty straightforward how it is. I'm not going to rank those. I'm just only going to give you the one to do. The one to do is fulfilled by Amazon. Why? Because when you do fulfilled by Amazon, you ship it to the Amazon's warehouse. When a customer buys it, Amazon ships it out to the customer. Amazon takes care of fulfillment. The customer has a question, Amazon answers that question. If you do fulfilled by merchant, meaning that you're shipping it to the customer, you have to ship that out. Also, too, the big key difference is that when you do fulfilled by merchant, Amazon's going to say it's going to take 7 to 10 days to arrive to the customer. If it's in Amazon's warehouse, Amazon's going to show it's going to arrive within 1 to 2 days. So put yourself in the shoes of a customer. If you were going to buy those two, which one would you do? You're probably going to buy the one that's going to arrive in 1 to 2 days and not the one that arrives in 7 to 10 days. Are there people that make money shipping stuff out themselves? Yeah. But the people that make the most money are the ones that are doing fulfilled by Amazon. I want to make sure that you make as much money as you possibly can. And that's why I say do fulfilled by Amazon. Do not ship it out yourself. Do not do that at all. So as far as ranking those three, I'm just only going to tell you the one. Do fulfilled by Amazon. Don't do those other two. Because if you want to make a lot of money on Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon's the way to go. That's what customers want. They want that free 1 to 2 day shipping. So real quick, guys, as we start to wrap things up here, what you're going to get with package number 1, you're going to get the Seller Secret course. This normally costs $2,000. You're going to get that. You're going to get lifetime updates to that. Plus, you're going to get access to my VIP event where I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to help you out. Plus, I'm going to teach you what trends, what's doing well. You're going to get access to this event. This event that's normally for those that are doing 7 figures, you're going to get access to that event. You can come in person, or you can attend virtually and ask your questions in person or ask it virtually. Now, you're also going to get my mastermind secrets, all those access to all those videos. You're going to get access to my video course. You're going to get 3 months of the AMZScout tools plus the AI tool set. You're going to get a 3 months trend report. You're going to get one individual product research where AMZScout is going to research and find a good product for you to sell. You're going to get access to all of this, over $5,000 worth of stuff for today only, a one-time deal of $499, or you can break it up into payments. So you got those 2 options there. Then we have the second package, the $699 package. We're going to get over $5,700 worth of stuff for $699. The difference here, instead of getting 3 months access to the tools, you're going to get 6 months access to the tools. Plus, we're going to do the product research as well, but we're also going to do an optimized listing. We're going to create the title, the bullet points, optimize it for some keywords. So that way you don't have to worry about writing or creating the listing yourself. You're going to have that already there that you can just kind of copy paste into Amazon and set up the listing. So great question. If there's any other final questions, go ahead and put it in there. But this is your opportunity to change your life. You have to make that decision. Amazon is going to continue to grow with or without you. You have to make that decision whether you want to join on that bandwagon and take that ride and ride that opportunity of Amazon. That decision is up to you. You have to make that decision. So I highly recommend, me personally, I think it'd be great to do this. I've seen how it's changed people's lives, but you have to make that decision. But your time is almost up. We're going to wrap this up. So if you want to take action, click on that link there in the chat, use your phone, scan the QR code. We're going to wrap stuff up. So if there's any other questions, I'm going to give you guys another 30 more seconds to ask questions because I want to make sure I get your questions answered. But for those of you that have joined, congratulations. I'm excited to help you guys out. I'm excited for you guys to have success. And I look forward to seeing you guys have great success. Just like many of these other people, like Lee, who's done over $1 million in sales, and many of these other people. I look forward to helping you have success. And how did they have success? They took action. And not only did they take action to join, but they also too started watching the videos in the course, learning how to do it, and they implemented it. Now, we're going to give you an advantage that they didn't have, and the advantage that you're going to have is we're actually AMZ Scout's going to find that product for you. So that way you don't have to worry about failure. You're going to know what is a good product to sell immediately right off the bat. So, all right, check in here, see if there's any other questions here. Want to make sure that all your questions got answered here. Looking forward to seeing you guys' success. So last chance now, guys. If you haven't already, hurry and click on that link. Click on that link to get access now. So we're going to wrap stuff up in a few more seconds. So hurry and click on that link now. So you have a few more seconds to click on it. But for those of you that joined, I look forward to seeing you have success. So you're going to get instant access to the AMZ Scout tools. Within 24 hours, you're going to get an email from me. That email from me is going to contain the course that you're going to get lifetime access to. You're going to get all that stuff in an email from me. So watch for that email. It could potentially end up in spam. It's going to be from info@acegoldwin.com. Watch for that email. But I look forward to seeing you guys have success. Thank you so much for joining this evening. If you haven't already, hurry, click on that link. Last chance now. Hurry and click on that link before it's too late. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And again, money back guarantee, so there's no risk. So hurry, click on that link now. And if you're debating between the two, if money is tight, go with the $4.99. If it were up to me, I would go with the $6.99 one just because you're going to get, double the time. You're going to get that listing creation where that listing creation is going to be done for you. It's pretty much a done for you package where they're going to do a lot of the stuff for you. So it's going to make life so much easier with getting started in 2025 and helping you accomplish your 2025 goals. And that's the whole purpose of this is we put this package together to help you accomplish your goals so that you can have success. But so thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Have a great day. Hurry, click on the link. Last chance before this is over. So hurry and click on the link now or use your phone, scan the QR code, and we'll get you guys taken care of. So hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And for those that joined, I look forward to hearing about your success. Take care.